Welcome back to the Fix Ops Roundtable. My name is Stephen Hackbarth, and today I am joined with Isabella Stevens, and we have an all-star panel from Revolution Parts here with us today. So if you would like to just introduce yourselves.
Yeah, my name's Amanda Poe, and I'm in marketing at Revolution Parts.
My name is James Windrow, and I'm also in marketing at RevolutionParts.
Absolutely. So I was just going to ask, what are the top 3 reasons why businesses aren't successful in selling parts online?
It's a great question. There's roughly 17,000 dealers in the U.S. and another 2,200 in Canada. And they would be great if all of them were selling parts online, especially for, Revolution Parts. But the reality is most, or not most, many dealers are not successful. And the reason why they're not successful falls into 3 buckets, right? One is they get online and they don't promote their web store. There's this old movie with Kevin Costner, if you build it, they will come. That's just not the reality of selling online anymore. There's just too much competition, so they don't promote their store. Number 2 is, and really this is the one that probably kills them the most, is they don't deliver great customer service. And when you don't deliver great customer service, you don't get the repeat business. Yeah. And without repeat business, it's hard to build it's hard to build a lot of success online. And then third, is competitive pricing. And I don't mean the cheapest pricing, and that's really the most important part. I'm saying competitive. And by competitive, the easy way to measure is just go to Google and do a search for, like 2021 Dodge Durango alternator. And that's just an example. Could be any part that you're thinking of. And look to see what comes up. That immediately, that's Google Shopping at the top there. And that immediately kind of sets the baseline for what people should expect from a pricing standpoint. And so if your prices are considerably higher than those that are online, it's unlikely that you're going to drive business. It's unlikely that you're going to be successful.
So these dealers have to make sure that they market, have good customer service, as well as that good pricing. Okay.
That's right. Exactly.
And kind of flipping around that perspective, what are some ways that you've seen dealers become successful with selling parts online?
Ooh, can I take the first one?
It's all you.
Marketing. We're in marketing, so we're pretty passionate about marketing. And I think that a big way that we see dealers turn their success around overnight, just go from virtually no sales to astronomical sales, is through marketing. It's not just having ads, but having the right ads, marketing the right parts, marketing in the right locations, having the right budget. And I think one of the big things that goes into that success is finding the right marketing partner.
Yeah.
And when you try to do it yourself, a lot of times you're not going to get it right the first time or the first 10 times or first 20 times. And so having the right partner to be able to tell you, best practices and how to be successful is a huge indicator of success as well.
And of course, you can have the best product there is out there, but if it's not getting in front of the people who need it, it's not helpful.
Yeah, that's right. One other thing they could do, which is actually really small, is with every new car that they sell, right, offer a small incentive, 5% off an accessory if they come back and buy. Because, the data shows that the time in which a person buys a new car is I think the most likely time that they will buy the things to, enhance their driving experience. And so giving them a 5% coupon to come back to your online store and buy from you is a great way to get people who are buying cars to come back and buy again.
Yeah, I am the personal testament to that. I just bought a car about a month ago, and I didn't have license plates, and I had already spent $1,000 on accessories.
That's right.
You're already excited. I mean, you just got a brand new car. Might as well get all the bells and whistles along with it. Now, you guys, I've heard a rumor that you have a big announcement for 2026. Can you kind of touch on that, talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, I'm really excited because speaking of buying accessories for your car, one of the big avenues in 2026 that Revolution Parts has been looking into is allowing dealers to sell performance aftermarket parts in their own online stores. And I think a lot of dealers will probably look at that and they'll say, okay, well, how does that really benefit me? Sure, I'm going to make a little bit of money, but there's a lot of people selling performance aftermarket parts on, Amazon, on eBay, on a bunch of different websites. But we're specifically announcing a partnership with Rough Country. And anybody that knows Rough Country knows they're one of the biggest names in the performance parts for trucks and Jeeps and SUVs and off-roading. And with the announcement of our partnership with Rough Country, a really awesome opportunity for dealers is to not only sell parts, Rough Country parts on their online store, but also to their existing customer base. increasing not only part sales, increasing service ROs because somebody's got to install those performance parts, and increasing loyalty of your current customer base. And so it's a great opportunity for not only profits, but also for increased loyalty from the people who are already buying parts from you.
That sounds like just like leveling up your dealership. That's amazing.
Yeah, and I would just add to that, one of the benefits of this partnership is they're drop shipping. So you don't have to buy a bunch of inventory and carry it. You sell the part online and it gets shipped for you on your behalf. So it's, there's minimal operational expenses. It's just all margin.
Yeah, and I personally love it because those parts I was telling you I just bought for my vehicle I just bought were rough country parts. And so I think this is awesome because those small incentives to get people to buy aftermarket performance parts when they buy a new vehicle, if you're selling SUVs or trucks or off-road vehicles or really performance vehicles of any kind, having this partnership with Rough Country allows you to install those parts on those vehicles, save the clients money, and increase your profits because you're now buying the parts that your customers are already buying and you're installing them yourself. So it's a really great opportunity, especially for our Toyota and our Jeep and Ram and anybody that sells a truck dealerships. So it's a very exciting opportunity for a lot of dealers.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it sounds like there's lots to be excited about with Revolution Parts in 2026. Can you just touch on what the state of e-commerce and parts is in 2026 and where you see the year going from your business?
I said it yesterday. I'll let you answer this, but I'm going to say it again. I see dollar signs in 2026 for car dealers.
You love that?
Yes.
I see a lot more parts being sold and aftermarket and OEM and performance. I see a lot more parts being sold and a lot more dealers jumping on board. We get calls every day from dealers that say, okay, I want a piece of this pie. We're in the billions now of dollars. So I see dollar signs.
Wow.
What else is there to add? Money.
Money.
Now, if a dealer is interested in, getting a partnership with Revolution Parts, how can they do that? How can they learn more about who you guys are, what you do?
You can visit revolutionparts.com. If you click the Let's Talk button in the upper right-hand corner, we'll connect you directly with one of our e-commerce experts, and they can tell you all about not only selling OEM parts, but the new Rough Country partnership, and very, very soon, some more brands just like them.
Amazing.
Amazing.
And what would you say is the biggest, if you had to choose one, the biggest benefit that you can get as a dealer with the new aftermarket e-commerce initiative?
You take that one?
Yeah, I would just reiterate what I said earlier, which is the opportunity to reach a broad base of online buyers across the country to sell parts that are in high demand and not have to be responsible for any of the operational fulfillment aspects, right? You don't have to stock it in inventory, pay for it. You don't have to, float the cash. You collect the money immediately and the parts get shipped out for you.
Amazing.
Amazing. Well, thank you guys so much for your time and this insightful information about parts and e-commerce.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Lots more to come from Revolution Parts and the Fixed Ops Roundtable. Stay tuned.